tó, ayé kò dodo, ayé kò tó, ayé kò dodo. Èdùmàrè bá wa táyé ṣe. Bí rọ́lọ́ lógún ọdún ọjọ́ kan lòtítọ́ á bá. Ọmọ ẹ̀dá Ádámọ̀ tẹra mọ́ òtítọ́ ní sísọ. Ayé kò tọ́ àmọ́ òtítọ́ mà lójú o. Olódodo kan kò lè kú sípò ìkà láyé. Ayé kò tọ́, ayé kò dodo.
Nigeria is going through what I would rather call interesting times. We are all culpable. We must all check ourselves and ask questions. Am I doing what is right at all times? Are you equally doing what is right every point in time? The future belongs to us all. We must do the needful. A word is enough. God bless Nigeria. It's on this note that I welcome you to this mint fresh edition of Parrot Extra Hour on radio. Ayekuto on radio. It's going to be a great day by the very special grace of God. We give that same God all the glory because we do not have any power. Now God gets all the power. My name is Olayinka Agboola. A lot of people call me Mr. Parrot. Ayekuto. I'm not here alone. I can get to my be as a studio engineer. God bless you. People from Parrot Extra or people from Parrot Extra Media Network. If you low confuse me. Or no, Adaliji. Lanre Olabisi, Okare pẹ̀lú Villa Bentigore. Timileyin Fashoro, our funky copper. God bless you. Ibukun, o foriji mi. Ọlọ́run adariji mi o. Ama babo, bashin babo yi. So the show is still Parrot Extra Hour on radio. You go to on radio, and we are live on Splash 105.5 FM, your integrity station. It's the only truly magazine show, a true and well-packaged magazine show that you have in this part of Nigeria. We are always proud to say it because what we do here on this show, nobody does it in this part of Nigeria. Maybe in Nigeria. We are not arrogant, but we are proud to say it. All to the glory of God. Because when we bring in guests here, we don't it's a class A class show. We don't just bring anybody. The show must be capable of generating news. I know we do that every time because when our guest comes, we transcribe after it goes, we send to our online publisher friends. Before you know it, the person is trending. Everybody is talking about that, our guest. We give God all the glory again. Èmi ò ní nǹkan tí mò ń gbọ́kànlé ju Ọlọ́run lọ. Ọlọ́run náà kò sì ní fi wá sílẹ̀. Onífẹ́ yìí náà sílẹ̀ o. Àtẹ̀dé Yorùbá àtẹ̀dé Èbó la fi ṣe ètò yìí. Ẹja àgbẹ̀já o. Whale kí ni Yorùbá? Akin kí ni Yorùbá whale? Àrọ̀ ẹja ńlá àrọ̀ gbùdùgbà. Ọjà kò burú la gbé lónìí àdúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. Àlejò wa ti wà kálẹ̀, wọ́n ti wà is seated powerfully right here beside me. And well, we are streaming live, and if you want to join us on Facebook, it's Splash FM 105.5. Splash FM 105.5. Àlejò wa ti jókòó ní kálẹ̀. Lọ́jọ́ mú sọ lókun kan tá a fẹ́ ṣe lé nìpọ̀. Akin, ṣó wà pẹ̀lú mi? So, but before I go, I jump onto the mainstream of the show. I must, for the benefit of our guests here present here with us, distinguished guests present here with us, I will briefly talk about our special parents' children. We use this show, sir, to identify and locate extremely brilliant but indigent students of public primary and secondary schools. We identify them. Some of our friends give us bags, school bags, shoes. Then we pay for their uniform because you cannot sew uniforms for them. We go to their school. You are brilliant. Please stay in school. Just to encourage them, because this is Yoruba land, and I'm sure you also be interested in it. This is Yoruba land. If you are extremely brilliant, no matter your situation, you must go to school. So that is exactly what we've been doing the past 2 years. Now they are on holidays, and by the time they are resuming, we want to have a lot of things to give them, to identify them and give them, because táwọn ò bá gbàdúrà fún wa ẹlẹ́dàá wọn á gbàdúrà fẹ́yìn tẹ́ ń fẹ́ support wa àtàyìn tẹ́ ń support wa á gbàdúrà fún yín àwọn tẹ́ ń support wa ẹnu wọ̀ ní dúró Mr. Moses Adébáyọ̀ Cruiser Lounge ó ti pẹ́ tó yẹ ká ti yọjú á yọjú Mr. Adébìtẹ́ Túndé Adébìtẹ́ of Adébìtẹ́ and Associates estate surveyors and valuers based in Lagos and Ibadan and other towns à ń bọ̀ àbáyín bá a ṣe sọ àwọn àlejò wa náà ti wà ń bì máa ń ṣe àfihàn wọn ní ìṣẹ́jú àyá ní ìsìn ó yá ṣáà ti sọ yẹn tó Akin ká sáré ṣe ká tó lọ sójú ọjà kódà à ń bọ̀ náà ẹ jẹ́ kí n sáré sọ fún yín ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa tẹ́ gbọ́ wa bí mo ṣe sọ this is still Parrot Extra on radio Ayikoto on radio and our guest is here my name is Olayinka Agboola and our guest name is ṣé kí n fi pamọ́ àbí kí n sáré sọ ó dáa kò burú èmi náà ń béèrè tí mò ń tẹ Ọlọ́run aṣáàdárí jì mí Mr. Parrot àlejò wa ò dàgbà o àmọ́ ń dárúkọ àwọn tán jọ wá tí n bá ti ṣe official introduction wọn ní ìsìn ní ìṣẹ́jú àáyá. So dear listener, kindly allow us to introduce our distinguished guest in this powerful show by the grace of God. Today our guest is Mr. Adewale Raji and is the 8th Group Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of Oodua Investment Company Limited. He was first appointed into the position for a term of 5 years on the 1st of June, year 2014, and later he got his appointment renewed for a second term in June 2019, following performance evaluation by top tier Big Four, they call them Big Four, advisory services and ratification by shareholders. Mr. Raji, he loves to be called Mr. I will still ask him that question later. Because if somebody in Nigeria, is the tradition is once you attain certain position, you want to add that suffix to your name, professor, or chief, or high chief, or doctor, honorary, but we give God all the glory. So Mr. Raji has a track record of exceeding set targets and growing bottom line while spearheading operational improvements to drive business profitability and cost optimization. Some of his key achievements as GMD CEO of Oodua include returning the company to high profitability through strategic and efficient restructuring. Well, we can go on and on and on. We'll be here all day because it's we are where Jume wa no be talking ri gbogbo kini CV won Oluwadeje kan pẹ́ fún wa. Àlejò wa ti wà nkale bí mo ṣe sọ. Ẹ má káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí o. Àti Yorùbá àti Ìgbò láfi mọ̀ bó bá ṣe bí èmi sí bí bá ṣe wà ní sà láṣẹ máa fi gbé jókòó ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí.
Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀ gan olóòtú.
Ó dáa kò burú ẹ káàbọ̀. Àwọn nìkan kan náà wà o ọ̀gá wa náà wà níbí Mr. Victor Ayetoro, head branding and communication Oodua Investment Company. Àwọn náà wà níkàlẹ̀ àti kọ́pà mo ní ẹ má jẹ́ n sọ lórí ìkíní o mo wò yín bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ẹ bá mi wálé Ọláwálé Awẹ́ bá ń ya fọ́tò wọn mọ́ ṣe wa ò ṣe mo dúpẹ́ bàbá ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí o inú wa dùn because I will just it's our tradition we must thank you profusely for taking time out of no time to be on this show with us on behalf of management of Splash 105.5 FM and staff. We welcome you to White House, Felele Ibadan.
Thank you for having me.
So, how easy is it to running Oodua conglomerate? It's not, and you still look because the last time I saw you, you were just bouncing. I said, with all the load this man is carrying, see the way he's bouncing. How easy is it?
Thank you very much,
Mr. Parrot,
Chief Executive of Parrot Media. How easy is it to run the affairs of Oodua? I would say fundamentally 3 legs.
Okay.
Probably the most fundamental is our Creator.
Yes.
Living by His grace that gives one the opportunity to be in the role. And of course, with that, if you get onto a role like this, and you have the signing of our Creator God, then it gives you what you use to be able to cope with it. In addition to it also is that there are other complementary things you need to run a business organization. a very competent board and management are very important.
Yes.
And once you have that kind of support and you have shared vision,
okay,
shareholders, the board and management, you have a shared vision.
Okay.
Then it simplifies your journey. It remains tough, and it will remain tough. That's why it's called business.
That's why it's called business. Okay, bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ló tún wá jẹ́ kí n tún wá padà sílé ẹ̀ má bínú. Tí a bá ní ẹ̀yàn ọ̀gá mi ti níwọ̀nba tó yẹ tèmi mọ̀ àti research mo ṣe mo ti ṣàlàyé yín díẹ̀. Oníkan náà ti ń gbọ́ pọ̀n. Mo fẹ́ ta ni báwo lè ṣe fẹ́ ṣàlàyé ara yín? Who is Adewale Raji? He's always calling himself Mr. Instead of him to be called Chief and CEO, Kiniko. Who is Mr. Adewale Raji?
Thank you very much. Adewale Raji is a very simple, very modest Nigerian of Nigerian parentage.
Okay.
I had the privilege of what you can call public education in Nigeria, up to university level, first degree, which I had in history, and subsequently higher education at the level of MBA in marketing.
Okay.
And in the course of my exposure in life, working life, particularly in the private sector, I've had the privilege of also having continued business education from outside the shores of Nigeria. I had the opportunity of getting trained both at Cranfield University and also Manchester Business School. So that complemented what we are doing, working for a multinational company in Nigeria, Pizza Cousins, and subsequently, by the grace of God, as ordained by God, I found my way being recruited to run Odua Investment.
You found your way being recruited to run Odua Investment. Thank you very much, sir. We need to go on this short break, and when we come back, we are still going to be talking about the business of Odua Investment Limited. After this time out, my name is still Olayinka Agboola. The program is Parrot Extra on Radio Ikoto on radio. Don't go anywhere. Thank you for staying tuned. I'll be right back.
Big protein breakfast àṣírí ibẹ̀ nìyẹn. Bí ìyá mi máa ṣe ń jí láfẹ̀mọ́jú, wọ́n á se oúnjẹ fún wa kí wọ́n tó sáré lọ sí ibi iṣẹ́. Lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìgbà, bàbá wa máa ń ṣiṣẹ́ dalẹ́. Wọ́n sì tún jí lówùúrọ̀ láti gbé mi lọ sí ilé ẹ̀kọ́. Kò wá sí bó ṣe lè di gádígádí tó. Kì í rìn wọ́n láti máa bá mi ṣeré. Ìdí ìrètí wọn kì í kúrò nílé láì jẹ big protein breakfast.
Bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọjọ́ rẹ pẹ̀lú oúnjẹ òwúrọ̀ tó kún fún pig protein amárata kébé.
Pig, rich for your pig.
Ọmọ mi ti pọ̀ṣù mẹ́fà, ẹ bá mi dúpẹ́. Oṣù mẹ́fà, ẹ bá mi dúpẹ́. Ó ti yẹ pọ̀ṣù mẹ́fà nìyẹn. Ọmọ ò máa ń pẹ́ dàgbà o. Báyìí o, ọmọ rẹ ti wá nílò ju omi ọyàn nìkan lọ o. Àkókò ti tó láti máa fún un ní oúnjẹ fífọ́ ní àfikún sí ọyàn. Rí i dájú pé àwọn oúnjẹ ọmọ rẹ ní ó kéré tán ọ̀kan lára àwọn oúnjẹ àfọ́pọ̀ márùn-ún wọ̀nyí. Ẹyin, ẹja tàbí ẹran, èso àti ewébẹ̀, epo tàbí òróró, ẹ̀wà, ẹ̀pà tàbí sóyà, ìrẹsì, ọ̀dùnkún, àgbàdo tàbí iṣu. Ọmọ rẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti oṣù mẹ́fà nílò omi ọyàn àtàwọn oúnjẹ wọ̀nyí fún ìdàgbàsókè àti ìlera. Máa fún wọn lọ́yàn títí yóò fi pé ọmọ ọdún 2 àti jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ìkéde yìí wá láti ẹ̀ka àkànṣe iṣẹ́ IRIN nílé iṣẹ́ ètò ìlera ìjọba àpapọ̀.
Gbàgbọ́ kí o yege ní ọ̀nà àrà. Ohun ìyàlẹ́nu lè ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ọ ní FIFA World Cup ní Qatar pẹ̀lú Coca-Cola. Ra èyíkéyìí nínú ọjà Coca-Cola tó ní ìlérí funfun. Yẹ kó lu abẹ́ ìlérí náà wò kí o tẹ *8014*1 code hash. Ó lè jẹ̀bùn ìrìn àjò ọ̀fẹ́ lọ́wọ́ FIFA World Cup ní Qatar. Ẹ̀bùn owó orí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀fẹ́ tí ó ju $250 mílíọ̀nù náírà náà wà láti jẹ lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀. Àdéhùn àti ìlànà òfin bẹ̀rù. Coca-Cola, òṣìṣẹ́ alábàáṣiṣẹ́pọ̀ ti FIFA World Cup FCCPC ló fún ìtẹ̀lú polongo yìí.
Dọkịnta, ya bụ na onweghị ihe ọjọọ nwunye elu Ugomma tinye n'ofe egusi ahụ mere afọ jisa ya.
Igwe mbanụ, nnyocha anyị mere gosipụtara na o nweghị ihe ọbụla mere ndị ọzọ riri ya bụ ofe egusi nwunye dị Ugomma siri.
Ya bụ ofe egusi tọrọ mpisis.
Dọkịnta, ọ kwuru ihe a mere mgbe mụ na ezinụlọ m ji gba ọgwụ mgbochi COVID-19. Ụfọdụ nwere arụ ọkụ na isi ọwụwa, mana ụfọdụ enweghị ihe ọbụla mee ha.
Igwe etu ahụ mmadụ si anabata ya bụ ọgwụ mgbochi COVID-19 dị n'iche n'iche, mana ihe ndị a abụghị nsogbu ọbụla. o nwekwara ọtụtụ ndị ọ naghị eme ihe ọbụla n'ahụ. Ọgwụ mgbochi COVID-19 dị ire dịkwa ezigbo mma n'ahụ iji chekwaba mmadụ site n'ọrịa COVID-19.
Gomma, ịnụghị ya ndị be anyị. O nwere onye ga-eji maka obere arụ mgbe ị pụrụ inweta mgbe ị gbara ọgwụ mgbochi COVID-19 wee rapụ ije gbaa ọgwụ mgbochi nke ya?
Chekwaba onwe gị, ezinụlọ gị yana ndị agbata obi gị si n'aka ọrịa COVID-19. Jee gbaa ọgwụ mgbochi ọrịa nke gị.
Ọkwa maka ịhụnanya.
Ọkwa maka ịhụnanya.
Ọkwa maka ịhụnanya.
This is not the start. We've always been proud, rocking and rolling as fantastic men. We still giant night and day at the shrine. Ox in, press play, and do the legwork to booga until the morning. We get louder from playlist to playlist. It's not just music. It's what makes us loudly Nigerian. With over 82 million songs, download Spotify for free and discover all your Naija hits today.
Nílé ayé yìí, èèyàn láṣọ èèyàn. Ọmọ lè nílò ìtọ́jú látọwọ́ ìyá rẹ̀.
Ọmọ mi ò akúrú bèbè.
Tàbí kó ṣìṣẹ́ tó ń darí ọkọ̀ ràn àwọn ọmọdé lọ́wọ́ láti kọjá lójú òpópónà. Ó sì lè jẹ́ mímójútó ọ̀rọ̀ ìlera ẹnìkan ni.
Gẹ́gẹ́ bí àwọn èèyàn ti nílò Avon HMO abánimójútó ọ̀rọ̀ ìlera ayọ̀ Nàìjíríà fún ètò ìlera tí ò lẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́ pẹ̀lú owó tí ò gani lára. Kàn sí avonhealthcare.com báyìí láti ní ètò ìlera Avon HMO kan fún ìwọ àti àwọn èèyàn rẹ. Avon HMO fún ìrónilágbára láti gbé ìgbé ayé tó kún bámú fún àlàáfíà.
Who wants Jara? Hands in the air!
Everyone loves Jara, and every pack of Maggi Star 100 cubes now comes with 5 extra Maggi cubes just for you. Look out for the new Maggi Star pack with 5 extra cubes to get your own Jara inside. Maggi, cook the difference.
The Lord of the Rings of Power, streaming 2nd of September.
We thought our joys would be unending. We thought our light would never dim. If the evil rising is left unchecked, it will take us all.
Journey to Middle-earth.
Find the light, and the shadow will not find you.
Don't miss The Lord of the Rings of Power. Episodes 1 and 2 coming 2nd of September, only on Prime Video.
Good afternoon, madam.
Fresh guy. See fresh skin, fresh looks, fresh clothes, everything fresh.
Madam.
Yes?
My wife just put to bed.
Fresh baby.
Please, give me a pack of Peak yogurt drink.
No wonder.
That's right. Just refresh with Peak yogurt drink, which contains fresh cow milk. Peak yogurt drink is filled with essential vitamin and minerals.
Come on, fresh guy. This your money is not fresh, oh.
Go for you. Must go reach my peak.
Peak. Reach for your peak.
Nine Mobile sọ wípé ẹ lè fi igba náírà ra gígábáìtì data kan tó lé ńlẹ̀. Láti jàǹfààní data tó lé ńlẹ̀ yìí, ẹ tẹ *929*10# látòrí fóònù yín láti jẹ̀gbádùn rẹ̀. Nine Mobile, a wà fún ọ.
You're welcome back to the show. The program is still Parrot Extra on Radio Hikoton Radio, and my name is Olayinka Agboola, and my guest is seated here. People are already calling me that name. I think my guest is powerfully seated because we don't just bring in anybody. We are not arrogant, but we are proud of what God is doing through us in this business of broadcasting. We give him all the glory. Yes, you were talking about yourself the other time, and I said we'll move on to something else when we return from a short break. We have been following your achievements since you became the GMD of Odua in 2014, and you have done a lot. God has been doing a lot through you. Maybe I should put it that way.
Absolutely.
Yet you decided to stay in the background as a silent achiever. what is this strategy all about? Òjòrò wo ló wà ń bẹ́ sà? Kẹ àti èbó àti Yorùbá ní káwọn èèyàn wa tó ń gbọ́ wa ń gbòòrò náà kán lè gbọ́ nǹkan tẹ́ ń sọ pé àwọn tó Ọlọ́run fi sí Oòduà ni wọ́n ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí o. Àbí Cocoa House náà ní ọ́fíìsì wa. Ọ̀yá mò ń gbọ́ sà.
Thank you very much for the question. Let me say, the foundation for Oòduà is in what you call Western Nigerian Development Corporation.
Yes, sir.
Which we know was the harbinger of economic development to the whole Western region. So, I mean, Western Nigeria Development Corporation created the Ikeja Industrial Estate, the first industrial estate in Nigeria, for that matter, well laid out. And industries were attracted from across the world there. So, for the people of the Southwest, and particularly cost of our ownership, there are usually very huge expectations from both shareholders and stakeholders alike about Oòduà investment. People see it within the context of what WNDC did in those days. So those are the expectations. So there's plenty to do. And in doing this, there are basically 3 legs in running a company. 3 important legs that must be cohabiting together, collaborating, to making sure that blending and making sure that direction and the focus and the vision of the company is translated into reality. You have the shareholders. In our situation, the 6 South state governments of Nigeria. You have the board.
Yes.
And then, of course, you have the management. And with management and the staff, so say management and staff. So, for what we have been in the past and what our shareholders and stakeholders expect us to be, and I can pick from the mandate of our shareholders, in terms of the summarizing the expectation. For our shareholders who are the governors of the 6 Southwest states, they expect Oòduà investment to be the engine room for the economic development of the Southwest. So that is the task that we're given. And frankly, in doing this task, it requires enormous work. Collaboration, reaching out to stakeholders within and outside Nigeria.
So it's not an opportunity for anybody to be gallivanting or...
There is so much to do. And also the alignment of these 3 entities to make sure that you are sensitive to their expectations and you are striving all the time to meet these expectations. In so doing, it is important that you have the manpower, which is the people, talent that are capable of doing this. So when you talk about talent, you're talking about people who can compete with any other
capable hands
elsewhere and any sector. So what this means is that for Oòduà, we need to continuously be investing in our people in terms of talent incubation, in terms of attracting talent, retaining talent, and also making sure we encourage them.
And making sure you encourage them. But Oòduà Investments last AGM marked the 8th consecutive year the company has been declaring and paying dividends to shareholders, sir. Well, what's the magic behind this? It used to be like this in those days. Well, my mother, go and know me.
Well, let me confess that in hiring me, I was hired from the private sector.
Okay.
And there's only one reason why I was considered for the job. They expected that the way
there should be a change.
The way it is done in the private sector, where the essence of a business is delivering value and returns to its shareholders.
And Akoikudi too.
And stakeholders alike. So that's what I was hired for. I don't have any other job other than to make sure that stakeholders and shareholders are happy with our performance. And one way of demonstrating that you are a thriving business and you are living up to this expectation is that you must continuously be on a path of sustainable profitability. Growth must be sustained, profitability has to be sustained. And in so doing, shareholders and stakeholders all do expect a share from your success. So paying dividend is a standard routine.
Okay.
It's a norm in the private sector. You don't do it.
So it should be.
You are inviting trouble.
It should be too. In order to.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And one of the things that it helps you to do is this: if you meet that expectation of shareholders and stakeholders alike, you will automatically get their support for whatever program or whatever support you require from them, because you have motivated them, and all they know is that
you have built the trust.
If you build the trust, and if they know that if they support you, you end up even giving more. I mean, we started with 167 million as the first dividend that we paid. But we've trended to, the last time in June, we paid 418 million naira, and we have basically paid them.
That is, we have basically paid them, everybody. We thank God. Is that why you had the temerity to now say you want to start something they call, I read it somewhere that you call it Odua Foundation. When is it taking off? And what is the foundation all about? Because they said when there's money now, you can stretch.
In the previous explanation I gave, I talked about stakeholders and shareholders.
Okay.
The fundamental thing is that there are many segments that are interested in the life of a business, especially when it does well. Employees inclusive. They expect better packages, condition of service, and what have you. Government is expecting tax. When you do well, they're expecting higher tax. So those are all stakeholders in a business. So in essence, when you start thriving, you then have to look at the community where you're operating from.
Okay.
And if you look at our ownership, owned by the 6 Southwest states, we have to look for ways through which we can give support to good causes in society. Now, Odua Foundation is conceived by the board and already approved by the board and the shareholders.
Already?
Yes, already approved. And of course, we've also agreed that we are going to fund it. The board was very magnanimous on making sure that they can have sustainable funding for it by making sure that it's tied to our profit after tax. Okay. It's a percentage of our profit after tax that we are going to use to fund it. And that's why the company also must do well, because if you do well, then what you are contributing to the foundation also will be growing, because it's a percentage of our profit after tax. Now, the focus for them will be health, education, and youth empowerment.
Health, education,
and youth empowerment.
What of security?
No. Security, the core responsibility of security is for everybody.
Yes, one.
But fundamentally, it sits with government.
Okay.
And where every other segment of society contribute to it is in the social impact they have.
Okay.
So if Odua as a group continues to multiply in business footprints, you are then creating job opportunities.
Okay.
Is engaging hands that helps you to improve security.
Okay, that's true.
And also from the money that government realizes as taxes from all business collectively, they are also funding security.
They are also funding security. Well, I still want to ask you something about security, but when we come back from this very short break, I will ask. Our guest has been Mr. Adewale Rajidi, Chief Executive Officer of Odua Investment. The program is still Parrot Extra Hour on radio, Ayikota on radio. We'll be right back after this very, very short break. Emma Lobi kankan, èdè Yorùbá la fi sọ̀rọ̀ jù tá bá ń gbọ́ mo promise yín tá bá padà ní sí èbò púpọ̀ ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ à ń bọ̀.
Rolling in 2, lights, camera, sound, action.
It's here. MTN 5G, it's here. The MTN wonder.
No,
the wonder of
No. This is how your line is supposed to go.
The wonder of MTN 5G has arrived, and it's time for you to be a part of it. All you have to do is pre-order your own 5G router for 50,000 naira only. Visit www.mtn.ng/5G-router. Follow the instructions there and start your 5G life right now.
Power oil, power oil. Cooking oil, we get different sizes and different packs. Power oil, power oil. The one way they sweet me na mini pack 400 naira. Yeah. Power oil, power oil. We play everywhere. Power oil, good for your heart. Power oil, cholesterol. Power oil, no trans fat. Power oil. People who listen to your heart use power oil.
OneXBet, easy betting, easy winning. OneXBet na the insurance service to make deposit easily with high odds and yakata bonus on the
only sports. Click onexbet.ng now to register. Use Best Odds NG as promo code to get 300% bonus up to 189,218 naira on top your first deposit. It dey easy to use and it dey easy to win. OneXBet, the reliable bookmaker.
This announcement from Jonathan King Limited is for those who desire the truth and are ready to take actions for a rewarding future. Canada is arguably the best place to acquire first-class, practical, and developmentally oriented education. Opportunity for student scholarships, grants, and interest-free loans to pursue their studies to PhD level in Canada is about the highest in the world, and they can work while undergoing full-time studies. Jonathan King Limited invites parents and prospective students to a life-changing meeting with a team from Canada led by the Associate Director, International Recruitment, Thompson Rivers University, Canada, who will speak and answer questions on Canada study visa, life in Canada, and opportunities open to students. Date, Thursday, 15th of September 2022.
Venue, Floor 22, Learning and Training Center, Cocoa House, Ibadan. Time, 12 noon prompt.
Admission is free. However, it's on first-come, first-served basis, as the hall will take only about 100 people. Please visit our website, jonathankinglimited.com. Jonathan King Limited, first and sixth floors, Cocoa House, Ibadan.
Do something. Which kind something be that? Check am now. See how she dey always dey smile. I know wetin she dey use. And she dey use am 2 times a day. Peruse be her secret. ABZ na the secret. Close Up get antibacterial zinc. ABZ wey go give you 3 times more protection, 3 times more freshness, plus your normal toothpaste. Chai! Everybody must hear am. Yes, sir. New Close Up with antibacterial zinc.